Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. Shout out to Mob Nasty coming through again. Shit, chilling. Back again. Trying to just set up my stuff right quick. Of course, before the rooster crows, that's what we doing today. Uh, Reading. So I did Zodiac readings yesterday, but today we just gonna do just regular. Whoever want to read it, and if they want a Zodiac reading, anybody want a Zodiac reading, shit, we can do that too. So it ain't no orders and shit. So before the rooster crows, since you was the first to ask, let me light my blunt up first. What's the best sign matches Libra? Oh, that's a good question. I'm a Pisces, and I attract a lot of Libras. So I don't know if Libra man attract Pisces women, but most of the time you attract your the sign like air sign. Libra is an air sign, so that's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So those are the signs that attract the most. But like I said, I'm a Pisces, and I attract a lot of Libras. So. Hey, shout out Gino White coming through for the first time. Thomas Jones. You said, what about Virgo? Who Virgos connect with? Or what? Or you want to reading about Virgo? Find my lighter and shit. Well, Virgo, what's up? That's Virgo, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, right? So that's who the Virgos connect with, Taurus and Capricorn. But if you know your full birth chart, then that's different because you would know like you're not only just a Virgo. I'm not just a Pisces. I got multiple other signs in my birth chart. So, hold on, I'm almost over my cold. So, shit. Hopefully, this is the last day y'all hear me coughing on the live and shit. But yeah, I'm gonna start with you before the rooster crows since you asked first. My bad. My name Kenneth L. So, spirituality. Talk about spirituality. Talk about books. Shit. Talk about what's going on in the world, entertainment business. But yeah, it's mainly my channel is focused around spirituality. So I'm adding readings are actually new to my channel. I've been doing readings for like almost 3 or 4 years now. So, but I'm finally bringing it to YouTube. So, I be seeing a lot of people hustling, doing just tarot readings. I'm like, hey, they making hella bank. So shit, it's my gift too. I could do this shit too. It's only 4 likes in here. All right. So 4 likes, 10 people in here. Come on, man, get them likes up, please. Really appreciate it. All right, so I got the deck I had yesterday. The Starseed Oracle deck is what I'm gonna be using tonight. Might pull out my random ass word deck too. So definitely hit that like button. So what message do we have for before the rooster crows? Shout out Chris Perry, Chattanooga, Tennessee in the building. I fuck with Tennessee heavy. I'm from the Midwest, so card for you before the rooster crows. It says the void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic boom. Alright, be very careful with all that shit. Hey, I'm a pro at it. Don't worry. I ain't gonna knock nobody out with this. Alright, this for you, Rooster. Everything and nothing exists in the void. It's where all life begins and ends. It's the winter and the womb, the fertile darkness where all things originate and all seeds grow. Comforting and intimidating, freeing and daunting. It can feel both overwhelmingly small and huge. The void is where faith lives. The message of the void is to surrender to the unknown, to allow the fertile darkness of nothingness to nourish the new seeds growing within you. Regardless of whether you know what they'll one day become, you're being called to surrender to the mystery of what's next, to rest and to allow winner of your life to do work for you, to hand over your control and trust that just because you can't see what's happening beneath the surface, it doesn't mean things aren't at work. The greatest weavings happen when we find a way to surrender and trust that our life is being knitted for us, right beneath the surface in ways known and unknowable. Now is the time to cultivate faith and allow deep, deep rest. The void often surfaces at the end of a chapter or life phase. When you're called to let go of all of that, hold on, my light ain't. I forgot to bring my light in here. It says, when we're called to let go of all that we know and identify with, when you're in the void, it can feel scary, and as if you should be doing something. However, when this card appears, it's a sure sign that most productive thing to do is relinquish control and surrender to the changing mystery of life. So for you, Rooster, you may feel like you're in a dark area right now. You may feel like, hey, I done did everything, but yet nothing is happening. But this card is calling you to like just release the power, release control. Like you've done everything you need to do. Now it's time to rest and relax and let the universe take control. You're on the right path. But yeah, seeds and darkness is where seeds grow. You can't, a seed won't grow just out in the sun. Like you can't plant a seed, dig it back up, and hopefully it grow. No, it gotta grow within that dirt, the darkness, the grime. And like I said, it may seem scary being in a dark area, being in a dark space, but at the same time, like the light at the end of the tunnel is coming. So that was your message before the rooster crows. I forgot to bring my light in here, my bad. Talk about our shuffle the tits off the queen. Oh yeah, I definitely love Rebecca Campbell cards. Josephina, what's up? Who want to read next? Like I said, I ain't just doing anything in particular, but if somebody want a horoscope reading, I do those too. But whoever want to read, just say so. Gino, you next? All right, for sure. I'm doing great, Josephina. Do I have a list? Do I have a list of what? Jerome, I'm gonna hit you next. Well, after I do Gino's reading, then I'm gonna answer Josephina's question, or is it a quick question I can answer right now? But what list are we talking about? Because I ain't got no list. But is my wife, if you are in here watching, can you please give me my light out the office? But she was on the phone with her mom, so she probably don't see it. All right, Gino, this one for you. I ain't got no tarot, man. But if you want to ask a particular question, like shit, I can answer your question too, using the cards. right, so it's the card that came out for you, Gino. It says Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor. See the light by staying grounded. So obviously, someone needs to be a little grounded. All right, here we go. It says, you're an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and seed your light in your unique way. You've likely been incarnating on Earth for some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing about a long-awaited shift in the planet's evolution. So, Gino, as you a star seed, so your goal is, your job on this planet is to be waking people up. You've been doing it for quite some lifetimes now, so we're at a tipping point now. The survival of Earth and all its species is coming to a head. The more grounded you remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you'll be. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more the more love you'll anchor on this planet. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more this wisdom is seated here. So if you're not tapped into your like past life energy and shit like that, your star seed energy, try meditating, Gino. That'll do some wonders for you. It says you may be called to be in different places in the world to anchor this light. Perhaps by taking a trip or living in a certain location, you may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, the more stable Earth's energy will become, and the less reactive humanity will be. Like, so for me, when I moved to Vegas, because I'm from Gary, Indiana, like, that's when I had my awakening. Like, that's when, I woke up. Like, so if you in an area and you feel like that ain't your area, that's not your environment, your energy don't mesh well with that environment, it's time for you to move. Like, you're being called to move. So it says, you're here for a double mission, to grow as an individual and as part of a larger collective that's bringing about a shift in frequency. Trust that you can be in the world but not of it, and lead a truly glorious life. So, that was for you, Gino. So you go, you could be president, low key, shit. If you get on your path right now, you make that a goal. I don't know how old you are, but if you can manifest that shit, what the fuck? Or you could be a president of a company, of a fucking goddamn non-profit organization. You ain't got to be the president of the United States. You thought it was gonna be a Jamaican name card? All right, Josephina, what's your question? Or was that your question? Do I have a list? But nah, I don't. I'm gonna do Jerron late next. My grandma in here, so shout out to my grandma popping up. All right, whatever pop out is gonna be right for you, Jerron. No lie. Says jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. That was popping out a lot yesterday, that jump in. It says Andromeda is a spiral galaxy, the closest galaxy to the Milky Way. It is believed that Andromedan starseeds, once again another starseed, are a group of beings who love their freedom, very adaptable. They have a strong willingness and ability to change and go with the flow, to find calm in chaos, to swim with the tides. This card here is to encourage you to do the same. So, Jerron, you're being called to just go with the flow with the universe. Perhaps you have a significant goal or opportunity ahead of you. If so, you're being guided to jump in. Don't wait for permission. Don't stall until you feel ready. Take a deep breath, a good old run up, and jump right on in. Life bends for the courageous, and courageous is what you're being called to be. You're already facing the right direction. The only thing left to do is leap. You'll figure it out. You'll figure out the details as you go along. Things may not always be smooth sailing. Life on earth rarely is. However, it's the rougher seas that teach us how to sail with glory. And once you know that, you can navigate any sea, ocean, or storm. The Andromedans want you to fall in love with surfing the waves of life, to seek more adventures, to embrace your own adaptability, and find a way to be calm in the chaos. You didn't come to Earth to be passive. You came to Earth to truly live. Now take a good run and leap. It says, how can you be more adventurous? How are you being called to jump right in and leap? So that one was for you. I don't know if it was exactly what you're looking for, but you're on the right path. It may not seem like it. Hold on. Yeah, it may not seem like you're on the right path just because it never seemed. I mean, even me being on my path, sometimes I question it. Like when I feel like I'm experiencing something, I wouldn't. I mean, most of the time I don't even understand when I'm experiencing something new. But when I feel like I'm waiting. The universe is making me wait on some shit, right? Oh, you said explain it all, so I ain't even got to explain nothing. So, cool. It is great weather, Grandma, and I ain't blunted out yet, but I plan on it. Talking about some blunted out. My grandma one of them people who like, weed is bad, drugs is bad. Nah, shit, you need to smoke some weed, Grandma. Y'all like, he talking to his grandma like that? Yes, I talk to him. I'm this type of person. I've had dreams for 10 years where I'm just walking. Did you ever make it to your destination, or you just still walking? Like the movie with Denzel Washington, The Book of Eli, when he's just walking and like his goal is not to get distracted by nothing, not let nobody take that book from him. Like shit, is that like what you've been feeling like you've been dreaming about? Gino, you said you lived out here in Vegas. You said behind the 7-Eleven on Flamingo in Vegas. I didn't know it was a trailer behind there. I mean, a shelter or nothing. I've been in Vegas, almost 4 years now? Well, 4 years, actually. My grandma wanted reading. In general advice, it's getting hot in here. Well, actually, Josephina said something before my grandma, so let's see what advice the cards have for you. No, complex. My bad, I said shelter because that's what I read. But I know what Flamingo is, of course, but like when 7-Eleven, I can't, like it's 7-Eleven, you know, 7-Eleven's all out here, so I can't even think of that shit. But I'm pour some advice for Josephina, and then I'm gonna do my grandma after that. So, damn, all them cards that popped out for you. Shit, what you going through? I had to do that one over because the way that popped out, it was too many cards. Do I know Pussycats? It sounds like a strip club, but I don't know. I don't know that. I don't think I know what it's at though. What advice do we have for Josephine? Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. It's free to hit. Click the like. You ain't gotta pay for it. And it takes less than a second. This is for you, Josephine. It says, Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. It says, Inner Earth, also known as Argatha, is believed to be a hidden subterranean world within the planet itself. Many ancient cultures mention it in their stories. It's said that some of the beings of ancient lost lands, such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and Aryavata, went there. Hindu and Celtic lore mention caves and entrances to underground worlds. Tibetan Buddhism refers to the secret mystical city Shambhala, which is thought to be located in the Himalayas. Many have searched for inner earth in the physical world but without success. So the mystery continues. Is it a place that exists in the physical or on another level of consciousness? There are solutions beyond what you can perceive, surprising outcomes to your problems and situations, resolutions that are in best interest of all involved. If you find yourself facing an obstacle or feeling stuck and have no idea what to do, you're being reassured that there is a way out. You'll survive this and things will work out. If you're stuck in a rut, do something to shake up the energy and shift your thinking. Try something you wouldn't normally do. Soon you'll see the whole new world of solutions are available. Things that were previously beyond your focus will present themselves. Helpful people, signs from the universe, and support in both expected and unexpected ways are on their way to you. But first, you need to do something different to shift your focus so you can receive them. So that was advice for Josephine. Time to do something new. Time to shake some things up. If you've been living your life, if you have a certain fucking, what is it called? Damn, the word is on the tip of my tongue. But if you do something every day, right? Like, you never switch up the pattern. Like, you're being called to, like, just, if you take a certain path home, the same path every single day, try going a different path. If you eat something different, like, just do something different, like, to shake things up in your life, because you're probably getting bored. You're probably getting tired of with the everyday life. So it's time to do something different. So now my grandma's up next. Yeah, swag in your mouth. That dream remind me of, like, the book of Eli. See, my grandma, she was born, I ain't trying to put her age out there. She was born 1949, so she should be 72, right? And you ready to get clock off? See, that's what I've been trying to avoid. I'm not trying to work till I'm 70 something. I'd be waiting to clock off. Fuck that shit. I'd have been quit. So I ain't got to do this shit. The last job I had was like in 2018 when I moved to Vegas. I was working on a casino. I was working as a dealer in the casino. And my manager, he was like just fucking dick. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And I was already waking up. Like, this is in the midst of me waking up. And I'm realizing, I'm like, man, I don't need this shit. Like, so on my lunch break, I literally just walked out. I never came back to work. Like, so I'm like, and ever since then, I just been working for myself. Like, but yep, I'm about to do this for my grandma. For records after the job. Hold on, BP. I'm gonna answer your question after I do my grandma want me to pull a car for herself. We shall see. This one's for you, Grandma. It says the seeds of Mintaka sing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. It says Mintaka is thought to have been a water-based planet containing the most crystal clear waters you could ever imagine. so clear that you could see for miles and miles underwater. It says the Seas of Mintaka card represents this crystalline clarity of potential and possibilities. It's about the ability and choice to see the potential in all people and situations. This could be one of your natural traits, or it could be a sign that what you're current, what you're currently doing has great potential. I'm gonna say is the first one. It says you got a natural trait, and like what that said. It's about the ability and choice to see the potential. So you see the potential in people, Grandma. So, because I doubt your job. Like, there's greater potential in that. You need to quit that motherfucker. It says Mentakins are thought to have been a galactic race who saw the light in everything and everyone. You may have received this card as confirmation that a situation or project has extreme potential and will reach fruition. It appears in a spread. It is a very positive sign that things are working out for the highest potential of all involved. It's a very uplifting, light-filled card that brings great harmony, contentment, and positive outcomes. According to Carl Jung, that which we do not bring to consciousness appears in our life as fate. When water appears in dreams and art, it often represents the unconscious mind. Pulling this card also means you may be called to bring to light any unconscious patterns of which you are unaware. To look at them and see them clearly and consciously, so they don't appear in your life as fate. What unconscious patterns or behaviors are ready to be brought up to the light of day, Grandma? So, my grandma still asleep. I ain't gonna like judge her on being asleep, but she here, so like that's progress, right? So, yeah, you're on the right path. Whatever what you got working on for things to be like you on the right path. Like, but it is things from your unconscious mind that you need to bring forward. Like, so when you think of like blessings, like think good things just happen to you, and I'm talking to my grandma because she's a Christian, so she believes like when she get blessed, it come from God. When bad shit happens, it's the devil. Like, so what you have to understand that any blessings that come into your life, that's because it's from you. Like, it comes from within you. It's not because God seen you like praying. I mean, you was praying to God and like He answered your prayers. It's like, no, you don't understand your power. You don't understand that everything that comes into our life is because of we think it. So, thinking negative will bring negative things into your life. Thinking positive will bring positive things. So somewhere down the line, Grandma, you've been thinking positive and you got some blessings on the way. So also, you need to tap into your subconscious mind. There's things that you need to heal from your probably childhood that you need to heal. You probably tucked away and forgot about it. You didn't think it was really affecting your life, but it is. So that was the message for my grandma. Now to answer the question for BP, will you get the FOIL Records officer job or one of the other four jobs? I applied to for MTA. You was very direct with that, so let me get my tarot cards for that. That's a yes and no question. So make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. This one is for you, BP. As you can see, it's the Ten of Pentacles, all those coins, right? So it seems like you've been working on, I mean, this is like longevity, long-term success. That card is a yes. So I can't say which job you're going to get, but one of those jobs, you definitely get one of those jobs. So congratulations before it happens. Anybody else want to read them? It's free. Grandma, you talking about I'm still funny. They was talking about I should be doing stand-up comedy yesterday. I'm like, I don't think I said nothing funny though. Like, I just was talking. So, nobody else want to read him? Donate to the channel if you would like. I definitely would mind a donate. Bliss, I got you. It's the pacing, the delivery. Bro, I mean, I need to start watching myself more. Like, I sometimes watch my video, like my lives afterwards, but like I be distracted and watching other shit. So I be laughing at myself sometimes, but it was like I still don't be like thinking like, oh shit, I'm good enough to be on stage. Most anyone reading this spiritual information does it like. Shit, I might need to get on stage, man. But all right, so Bliss, I got you. Let's do this. All right, Anthony, you gonna be next after I do Bliss. You said would the reading be the same if I read you up again, Jerome? Nah, it'll probably be a different message. If you got the other message, it'll be a different message. Forever Destiny. You can get one too next. So I'm about to do Bliss first, then Anthony Ortiz gonna be next, and then Forever Destiny. So I got y'all. Right. Thank you. They be hiding the spiritual videos, okay. You got to be on that frequency to have spiritual videos popping up on your timeline. So this message is for Bliss. It says Lost Lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. So off the back, this is talking about you got some gifts that you're probably gonna be unlocking soon. And you have multiple past lives where you've done this same thing. Like, so let's read it. It says the world is far more ancient than our documented history suggests. As souls, many of us have hold on. Says, as souls, many of us have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were much more advanced than ours today. As we begin to remember these times, the rememberings and gifts can come flooding back. At this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of the ancients to survive as species. You're being called to connect with the lost wisdom of your own soul. If you feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth a creation, or bring an idea to life, but feel unprepared, this card is calling you to consider that you've done this before. Perhaps your soul has wisdom beyond what your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuitive hits and ideas you're receiving are divinely guided. Perhaps you've been preparing for this time. Some think that lost lands exist in the past, others believe they exist today, in a different dimension. I believe these ancient lands also exist in the souls of those who experience them. If this card comes to you, perhaps the wisdom of lost lands such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and Avalon exists within you. And through surrendering to the intelligence of your soul, you can unlock the seeds of these ancient lands so we can all learn from our mistakes and usher in a new age. So yeah, if you feeling called, I think that was for Bliss. You've been feeling called to do something different, but you've been kind of nervous because I don't know if I'm gonna fail. Fuck that. Try it. Do something different. You've done it before, so. Who else? I said Anthony Ortiz was next. Drink some water. Hey, definitely take that leap of faith. I see Forever Destiny is a seer. I found out I was a seer when I was actually in church. The pastor had told me that's what I was. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about though. But now I do. All right. Anthony Ortiz. What message do we have for Anthony? That's my brother's name too. Taurus. You just want to be like me, don't you? Michael Strahan don't got nothing on me. He probably could play good football, but looks wise, come on. I fuck with him though. I wasn't no Giants fan, but I was happy when he won his ring though. Stop trying to interrupt me, fucker. Taurus. What message do we got for Anthony? I ain't trying to get no fucking mixed up shit. I'm flying off tour and shit. Like, trying to throw me off. That was 2 cards that popped out, I think. Oh, damn, that was 3. Who are you, Anthony Ortiz? Because 3 cards popped out. Grandma, you ain't got to tell me about it. I already fucking know. I already know. Y'all like, he cussing at his grandma? Yes, my grandma raised me to be like this. My grandma and my Gigi raised us up, and like we just heard cussing all the time. They probably wasn't saying bitch, fuck, but they was saying some cuss words. Y'all motherfucking ass in the house. Remember that, some shit like that. Something. Says, let me get back to Anthony though, because like I said, this is 3 cards that popped out for you. Like it says, fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites extremes of life. It says, forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. And it says, the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Oh, so Anthony, okay, yeah, you definitely somebody. You said you are not magic. I've never said I was. Just coming here to do my job. All right, the first card, it says, and Anthony may not be the only person that resonates with these cards just for anybody else. If I pull a card for somebody and it resonates with you, for you, like, that's how it goes too. So, y'all, it's probably like 3 people in here may resonate with at least like one of these cards that I'm about to read off. So, it says, the great mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be. That being human can be lonely and confusing. That the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of source. For me, like once I woke up and I remember who I was, like it made life kind of more worse because I'm like, man, I want to be back home, like back in the universe and shit. But I got over that. It says, but at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often we see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that we're being rewarded. And when things are bad, then perhaps we've done something wrong. However, we are all here to expand and grow. And it's through the extremes of life that we do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and the lows of the human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life, the agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, burdens, and doubts, to lay them on her altar, to fall fully into her arms, To remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I've truly lived. Like, so that was for the first card for Anthony. Like, so definitely I can tell you somebody. You definitely, I don't know who you is, Anthony, but you somebody. Y'all all somebody. That's why y'all actually here. A regular ass person won't find my live. Like a person who don't have no purpose and like don't have no mission, like don't know who the fuck they is, they won't pop up in my life. Like, so you gotta have some type of consciousness. So, but for, like I said, 3 cards popped out for Anthony. So, this is for you or in anybody else who resonated with what I just read. It says, I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life. I lay all that I'm carrying onto the great mother's altar and fall completely into her arms. So, you gotta understand, when you're doing things, like I said, most people believe, hey, I get blessed when I do things right, and when bad things happen, it's because I did something bad. That's not necessarily true. Is we're all supposed to learn different things from good and bad. And in reality, there is no such thing as good and bad. Like, low key, it's not. But just you're supposed to learn from everything that you experience on this planet. Glad I found this channel. Yes, true. But yeah, that was the first card. And like I said, anybody else, y'all could resonate that with that as well. You don't have to be just Anthony. But the second card, it says forge, don't follow. That means you're supposed to be like leading. You're supposed to be leading the fucking squad. Like you the leader. You are the basically like me and like any other like real leader in this fucking planet. Like you supposed to be the one that got the platform. You're supposed to have people on your live and you giving whatever game you got. Like, so make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. But it says, if you wait until the path is perfectly paved, you won't be forging your own path. You'll likely not even take the first step. Don't let a small detail like being unable to find someone to show you the way be the reason you don't step forward and lead. Let it be the reason that you do. The most courageous and needed leaders are the ones who don't wait for permission or until the morning they wake up feeling ready. They take a deep breath, put one foot in front of the other, and figure it out as they go. What I'm doing now. They don't wait for someone to lead them, they lead themselves. This is a card for leaders. You're here to pave a path that hasn't been walked before, to go first and lead the way for others who are calling you in. If you feel misrepresented in the media, step forward for all those who feel misrepresented. If no one's speaking out on the topics you feel passionate about, share your unique voice. There is no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combination of skills, gifts, and life experience. Don't look to those who have come before you to work out your path. Leaders must forge their own. Do it for your daughter. Do it for the younger you. Do it for the leaders who follow. When you go first, you make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. It says, how are you being called to forge rather than follow? How can you be a leader you wish you had? That was a positive. That was a positive. Hold on, y'all. Definitely being called to be a trailblazer. What the fuck? There's YouTube TV popping up on my shit. Alright. That was the second card, so let me read some of these comments. It said, Father of Fathers is watching. Let him watch me. My grandma in here watching me too. I was looking to see where to donate. I don't see it. Well, you said you don't got Cash App, so don't worry about it, Grandma. Wow, this is great. Thank you. I'm glad I read that one already. All right, so let's read this last this last card. It says, the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. So this is just going along with the second one. Time to let yourself be seen. It's time to be the person you wish you had in your life. Me, I didn't have no father figure, and I ain't had no leaders to look up to, so I had to become that person for myself. So now, as you can see, you see me on fucking YouTube every day, or you see my videos being posted every day. Like, I'm being the leader I never had. And then actually, once I got on my path and once I started putting one foot in front of the other and just started following my intuition and gut, then like I started seeing mentors like Nipsey Hussle. Like he came into my life after I got on my path though. So uh, let's read this. The Courageous Peony. It says flowers don't open and close according to who walks by. They embrace all of what they are and show it to the world around them. The peony doesn't try to compete with the cherry blossom, and the cherry blossom doesn't try to compete with the tulip. They own what they are and trust the timing of their true nature. It says you're being called to do the same. It's time to open yourself up to being seen. Time to share your incredible, multifaceted true nature with the world around you. To uncover and reveal your soul's greatest gifts without wavering. To own your uniqueness without apology. There's a flower on this planet that holds the same qualities that your soul is readying itself to express. Let it inform you. You may have been taught it's safer to keep your light hidden and your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The courageous peony is here to remind you that it's safe to embody all of who you truly are. It's safe to share your voice and let yourself be seen. At first, it may feel uncomfortable and you may be afraid of what others think, but with each passing day, it does become easier. Little by little, you realize that it draws in those who are meant for you, and experiences you've been longing for arrive at your feet. Like, so that was like 3 cards for Anthony, and they all like seem to be like hitting on the point of as far as like just being that leader, being seen. Like me, I had a hard time like wanting to be on camera off the strength of like just my gap. And a person came in here talking about, hey, I look like Michael Strahan. But once I got over that and realized it was my gap that made me stand out, because I'm just another regular black guy, like in America, right? So like, how do I stand out? My teeth is how I stand out, and that's the like what I took from it. So I'm like, people gonna always remember me if I open my mouth and start talking. Like shit, they may not remember my face, but they gonna remember the words I said. So it's time for you to stand up and stand out, Anthony, because you're being, it's in you. You probably reminded me of myself. I don't know how old you is, but it says my voice. I'm a man of color. That's how I stand out. It's a lot of us man of colors, man. I'm telling you. Message right there. Oh, so that the real DJ Monster, that resonated for you? Like shit. I knew that was gonna be the case though. Like I knew it wasn't only gonna resonate for him. Who said black, not nigga, none of that? Hey, I don't consider myself a nigga, but I do say the word nigga a lot. I don't know. That shit is just probably like implanted in me off the strip, like I was programmed to say that shit. So I like it don't be, when I say nigga, it just be like like another swear word for me. Like it's just like to add to the whatever I'm talking about. It adds the spice. So, but I don't even consider myself black because this shirt is black. My skin is brown. So you said yo set man right on like to not saying nigga because I told myself I was gonna stop, but I still haven't. I'm working on it though. Like so, for you to like contain. Did you ever say the word though? Like, was you ever like grow up saying that, or because if you didn't, then that's different. Beg, can you bring me my light, please? I see you in here hiding comments and stuff. Like, so can you bring me my light? I really appreciate it. I need to charge my fucking tablet. Oh, so you grew up saying it? Alright, so more like shit. I got my respect. I grew up saying nigga, and I still do say it. Where's my car charger? I did not come prepared tonight, people. Anybody else want to read it? You said it's hard not saying nigga. Yeah, that shit is hard. Since we didn't have fathers and now we see what needs to be done. Thank you, bro. I was scared because I always wondered if I opened the Facebook, people would listen to me. Thank you. Hey, yeah, definitely. You ain't even got no social media? Hey, I respect. That's even like that's harder than like saying nigga for me. Like shit, like I ain't gonna say it's hard, but I'd be trying to stay off social media. You wish you had. That was shit. Pop. I know you rather see me die than see me fly. I ain't trying to get copyrighted on no shit off the radio. Want to play? I was just trying to charge my tablet up and shit. Now that shit just happened. Oh, you resonated with the second one, Jordan? You probably, hey, Facebook and Instagram is like pretty toxic. So you probably want to just get on YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, you might just got to get on YouTube. All right, this shit. Need my extra light. Man, that shit bright as fuck. All right, so is we good on y'all? Good on the reading? Like, anybody else want me to pull another card? See what it say? Or I could just start pulling random messages. I'm gonna use my tarot card to see what path you want to take. Don't be scared of social media. That's why I said like get on YouTube, like, cause then like that's more easier than trying to tell your story on Facebook and fucking Instagram. Like, I mean, you can always get on live on both of those platforms, but overall to tell your story, like, and like to impact the most people, like everybody's on YouTube. So definitely. I'm trying to add this to my thing every day. So, Arnold said he want to read it. I'm gonna pull a tarot card to see where you headed, Arnold. So I see it was the 8 of Pentacles popped out. Like, this is a man who's working on his success. Like, just whatever you working on, just continue to work on, and like that's where you headed. Like, honestly, like it's something in your life that you've been working on for quite some time. Like, so even though you may feel like kind of I ain't gonna say depressed, that's too strong of a word, but even though you probably feel like kind of like tired out, you probably just need to take a break, because I see you've been working on your shit for a minute. So like where you're headed is the right path. You're on the right path. Like, now as you continue to grow, are you asking like, will you be doing something different? Like, is you tired of doing what you're doing? Because it probably ain't doing you don't see too much from it. Like, what's the reason? Like, you asking where you going next? Cause it seems like you know where you going and know where you headed. All right, I'm about to do Arnold Johnson next. All he just missing is the Palmer. Arnold Palmer Johnson. Or is that the fucking name of the golfer? That's what popped up in my head. Arnold Palmer. What message do we got for Arnold? Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. Every time, man. Well, not every time, but fucking do that shit a lot. Just fucking drop the car just right to the fucking bottom. I think this is the one that's for you, though. Did you miss your turn? Did you leave? Yeah, you must have missed it, BP. You had asked earlier, didn't you? I think, yeah, I definitely did. I remember saying your name, but I'll pull another card because if I don't know how long that's been. But after I read this card for Arnold, then I'll pull you again. So that reading probably was for somebody else then if you ain't here, so I'm gonna pull another card. But this one is for Arnold. It says, water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. It says, enter a seasonal planet, and as such, you're a seasonal being. Cyclic, you can't be on and in full bloom month after month, day after day. You strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest and refill, to take a moment to restock and replenish and slow right on down. I was just saying that to the last person. It says your body is the only body you're given, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well-being, to put your health and body first. I know it can feel like time is running out and as if there are urgent things that simply can't wait. However, if you keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. This way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion. Can't pronounce that word. Exhaustion. And it will take longer to recover than it would have done to rest. Immune systems disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more common because we're putting too much pressure on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. It says, how are you being called to put on the brakes, to rest, restore, and rejuvenate? When was the last time you took a holiday or had a full weekend, day or afternoon off? Look after your precious body and mind. Give yourself enough time to recover when you find yourself running on your reserves. There is enough time. Life will bend towards you when you do. So, what is your body yearning for? That was for you, Arnold. I take it like that kind of resonated. You need to take a rest, like you've been running your body ragged. Like I get in that way too. Like it's kind of bad off the. I ain't gonna say it's bad. Oh yeah, I did answer your question, BP. Like the answer was yes. Like you gonna get one of those jobs. The Ten of Pentacles had popped up. I remember now. But Arnold, yeah, like for me, listening to Nipsey Hussle and like he got this term. I mean, this slogan. He says 25/8, no breaks. Like that's kind of bad for me. Like, cause I need rest. Like my body needs rest. Like you need to like recover and rejuvenate. So it's okay to like take a break. You ain't gotta stop forever, but hey, it's you need that break. You don't want to run yourself ragged. I take breaks on YouTube at least from the lives. Like I'll post a video every day, but I don't get on live every day because I need like my break. So especially when I'm pulling cars, like that take a lot of energy too. So like yesterday I was reading cars. I mean just reading all day. Like by the time I was ready to lay down, I done had a headache. So I'm like shit. I took kind of a break on doing videos, like readings, and then just did the live tonight. So, hope everything y'all got. I mean, y'all was looking for y'all got tonight. Like so, and like I said, for anybody that watches this video after I'm posting it, like any of those cards could resonate, like for you. Like so, it doesn't have to just because I didn't say your name or my intentions wasn't for you. Like if that resonate, anything that I said tonight resonate with you, that was for you. So let me just pull some cards for the live. Like for those that watch the live after. That's what I'm about to do. I'm gonna pull a card for those that watch when I get off this mode. Says, I'm sorry, defenseless, riding past wrongs, uprooting. This one came out yesterday too. I was just telling my girl my body feel like it's changing. Oh yeah, so you've been feeling your body will tell you when it's time to rest. So if you feeling like your body is changing, then that means you need to rest and like just go with the flow. You done everything you need to so far. So this card that I'm reading, y'all may resonate that's in here that watching tonight, but this one is for like anybody who's gonna be in here after the live. So got some type of faith to say a motherfucker gonna watch it a whole hour. But hey, we're living in divisive times. When we're hurt and triggered, we tend to see things as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for healing. If we're to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. As souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it here on earth. Perhaps this is why it feels so painful when we experience the opposite. But it's crucial to remember that we can't simply bypass reality and pretend that unity, love, and forgiveness are here. This is one of the greatest challenges for star seeds. To bring out about unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in which which both we and the world have been divisive, personally, ancestrally, and collectively. The shadows hate wounds, separation, severing wrongs, and sadness. You may be called to explore how your ancestors, or your society have consciously or unconsciously inflicted pain on others. To find a way to drop the armor around your heart and see things as they truly are for all people. To say I'm sorry with an open heart and mean it. To be part of the healing rather than the perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame. It's about unwinding the pattern that got us here. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe in or do healing work on your ancestral line. It says, how are you being called to drop your defenses and unwind past wrongs? So that card wasn't for nobody in particular, but if you resonated with it, then it was for you. I don't know. This happened. I've been tapping in while throwing that fat man scoop. Sit under the. Hey, that's what's up, swag in your mouth. Multitasking at its finest. I fuck with it. Fat Man Scoop been popping up a lot lately, like his name. So that means I don't know, his spirit probably been trying to contact me low key, but I've never was truly I know who he is, but I wasn't a big fan. Like I wasn't listening to rap in the '90s like that. Even though I'm a '90s baby, my grandma had me listening to motherfucking Jackson 5s, The Temptations, Canton Spirituals, like just old shit. So I wasn't even on like rap in the '90s. Like yeah, I heard the radio. Yeah, I kind of knew who Tupac and Biggie was, but I wasn't big fans of them. Like so, I ain't started really listening to rap until like 2003 when 50 Cent came out. Like I was 13, and that was like, that's what took over my life. Like ever since then, I've been a rap fan. But before, I was like more of a oldies, like shit, Diana Ross, Marvin Gaye, Smokey Robinson, like shit. I can go all day. We can sing those songs all day, low key. But it's somebody who came in here that I'm about to read for, even though they didn't ask for a reading. It's that Chris guy who said the God King of Kings is watching. I'm about to read for you. 'Cause you probably don't think what I'm doing is positive, right? But I'm about to pull your energy and see if it resonates. He probably not even here. He probably just said that and left, but still. Let's see if what I pull resonates with him. I know that it will. Since I wanted to pull a car for him, he probably still in here. He just ain't gonna say nothing. What's that name? Chris Mojo Rising. Mojo Rising. Yeah. Pull a car for you. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. It says you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. That's for Chris. I don't know if you still in here, but if you is, this one's for you, buddy. It says the world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, just won't like you. But it's also filled with those who love you fiercely. They are your people. You're not for everyone, and that's okay. Talk to the people who can hear you. Don't waste your precious time and gifts trying to convince others of your value. They won't ever want what you're selling. Don't try to. It sounds like this card is for me, like saying like I ain't even have to pull no card for him. He probably ain't in here. It says you'll be wasting both your time and theirs and will likely inflict unnecessary wounds that will take precious time to heal. You're not for them and they're not for you. Politely wave them on and continue on your way out. So I got this message for me, like, hey, fuck it, Chris, you probably ain't even in here. My ancestors like, hey, don't waste your time on people who don't believe. It says, sharing your path with someone is a sacred gift. Don't cheapen it by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Keep facing your true north. Pulling this card means you're being called to embrace your uniqueness, to own your weirdness, to let the world see who you really are, to reveal your multifaceted, multidimensional nature, not to dim your light according to who is in your presence, to own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are in the same kind of weird as you, can recognize you with your path when your paths cross. So you said something about a divorce. Hey, I appreciate that Cash App, Arnold. For sure. My notifications on my phone is turned off, so I won't see it until I get off. You said the real DJ Monster. Are you on my Facebook page? Do you know me personally? If you say no, like, if is there anybody in here that know me personally? I know my wife knows me personally, my grandma. But do you know me personally? So you wouldn't see, like, you didn't see that I posted today. Someone is gonna ask for a divorce, but you knew it was coming. Like, did your wife ask you for a divorce? Did your wife like say she wanted to get a divorce? Like, but I put that on my Facebook probably this morning, like around 10 o'clock this morning. I got a message, like intuitive message saying your wife or somebody's gonna ask for a divorce, but you seen it coming. Oh, so you told your wife you wanted one. So, but I didn't know who I was talking about. That was just the message that popped up in my head. Damn. I didn't expect that, the real DJ Monster. We was just watching a movie yesterday. My wife had some fucking movie on, and like it was a what was it called? The rental. And, like it was a killer, like killing people, and like the fucking like it was some chick slept with the dude's brother, and I'm like, man, if that had happened to me, I told my wife, hey, I love you to death. Like, but I wouldn't. I ain't giving that type of advice out. I definitely recommend you get a divorce. Like, yeah, I was married. I'm in my second marriage. The first marriage I was in, it was when I was in the Marines. I got married 2 days before I turned 21. So, worst decision I ever made. Got cheated on twice in Afghanistan. 7 months, twice. So, yeah. Look at my time about wow, she's like, you ain't gotta do that. I should delete your comment. Like, you being extra. But yeah, shit, You definitely need to get up out of that. Fuck that shit. What you gonna do about your dad though? Like that's the real fucking question. That's when listen to how my daughter hear this. Hey, I appreciate you for coming through. For sure, like shit, I respect nothing but respect on that one though. Let karma handle that shit. 17 years, damn. I'm only 32. But oh, well, y'all was together since ninth grade. Then like shit. When was I in ninth grade? In 2004. So we, man, that's fucking a waste of fucking time, right? Bro, I'm an empath, right? So I feel your energy, and like it just makes me like angry. Like I really feel your fucking energy, and I'm like, man, it it shows what true. Like Jerome said, like what your dad, like, hey, it sucks you had to find out that way, but at the same time, like shit, at least you found that shit out, though. Like, literally, at least you found it out. If she ain't give you nothing, if you ain't get no diseases, like shit, that'll be another thing I'll be like thankful for. Like, so look at the positive. Like, always look at the positive of a situation. Now you a free man. You 31 years old, still young, like still got a whole life ahead of you. Now you know not to trust. Like my trust issues would be fucked up, but yeah, like it's time for you to focus on yourself. Like that's what that means. It's time for you to focus on yourself. You probably treated her like gave her the world, and yet she was still on that type of time. So like it's time for you to give that love to yourself. It's time for you to love yourself just as much as you love your wife. So yeah, even if another woman come in your life, like or already in your life, shit, let her know I need to put myself first. She said you gave her, yeah, I already know. But I ain't got no dad. My dad passed away when I was 11. Like, so I can see my older brother trying to do some shit like that. But I ain't even close to him. Like, I don't keep him around me. So, oh, you said it's on your channel, so you talked about it. So I might have to go check that stuff. I mean, that'll just make me more mad if I want to go watch it. I mean, I'm gonna still subscribe and check you out for sure. But that situation, man, oh shit. Literally just talking about that with my wife yesterday. I know I got trust issues. Yeah, you just said a trust issue, like, but I know I got trust issues. Like, I know I got them motherfuckers. You said you made a song like shit. Did you like? Is it out on like Apple and shit like that, or is it just on YouTube, or did you not release it? Oh yeah, fuck it, yeah, you good now. If you're able to talk about it, like then you good. When is my B-Day, Anthony? Like mine's March 14th. So, like shoot, when you able to talk about some shit and like kind of like yeah, dude, that means you didn't got over it. You healed from the situation. It probably still like affect you in some type of way. Could be hurt, but at the same time, shout out to 44B dog coming through. Like shit, the best thing that happened. Like so, now you're able to move on freely and knowing like shit, you kept it 100. That's all that matters. Shit, you kept that shit 100. My brothers had the situation with them. Let's go. Yeah, like shit. So I understand like shit. Family, I don't fuck with family like that. The only family I got is my family. Like my children, my wife, like shit. Even your wife sometimes is your enemy, sleeping with the enemy. So I ain't gonna say speak that on me, but at the same time I do understand like shit. Sometimes you pick the wrong person. But 17 years with one person, that's a long ass fucking time though. Like that's a real fucking long time. So I ain't been with nobody but myself that long. My kids ain't even that old yet. Man, yeah, that's what I said. Like, my family is the one, not the one I was born into, but the one I chose. My children, I got 7 kids, so like, that's a whole goddamn motherfucking army. (2002) Damn, Anthony, that's a long time, man. I was in middle school, 7th grade in 2002. I've been on here for just over an hour. Say, did I get that scat pack? Yeah, nah. My brother got one. I want me a Tesla. But you probably did talk about the guy. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. You want to read in 44, B-Dog? That should be happening, like, I don't know why that be the case, but, like, I don't be mad. Like, shit. Y'all know I get on this motherfucker every day and shit, so. To know you came through without the notification, that just shows, like, more fucking, like love. Like, for me, like, I see it as, like, way more love. Like, somebody still who subscribed didn't get the notification, but still found their way here. Said you home now. Right. That's like, if I wasn't being consistent and being up here every single day, like, I wouldn't, like, nobody would find me. Like, that's how inconsistent I was. I've been on YouTube since 2007, but I didn't start posting every day. I didn't start getting on live every day until 2022. Like, so y'all probably could have been discovering me on some shit, but I ain't want to be on camera. I ain't want to be seen like that. Even though I made videos, it wasn't like I was trying to be seen like that. It was like I was just trying to get paid off YouTube. So now this is where the money is at. YouTube is really where the money at. So fuck it. Shit, I'm up almost at 30K. Literally in fucking December 2021, I only had 1,400 subscribers. Yeah, I already got you, 44 B-Dog. I had 1,400 subscribers in fucking December of last year. I'm at 30K, almost 30K. But I've been doing it on this motherfucker every day. See what? That's why I tell people, like, man, if you think some shit is gonna pop up, like, use the algorithm, use the internet algorithm. Like how when you think of shit all the time, it pop up on your ads or something. Like, use it to your benefit to make you some money, to get you successful in life. Like, shit, for you to ask, like, man, is anybody like us out here? And then I pop up. Like, that's how that shit go. But I'm about to fucking pull a card for 44 B-Dog. I do accept donations. Thank you, Arnold, for the donation. Folks not plugged in. And they won't, if you won't find me unless you plugged in all the way. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, shit, I know it's millions and billions of people out there, but they ain't gonna find me until, like, shit, they wake up, tap in. This one for you, 44 B-Dog. Says forge, don't follow. This card popped out earlier, so we're pretty sure we had these conversations. 100% sure we had this conversation when I'm about to read. It says, if you wait until the path is perfectly paved, you won't be forging your own path, and you'll likely not even take the first step. Don't let a small detail like being unable to find someone to show you the way be the reason you don't step forward and lead. Let it be the reason that you do. The most courageous and needed leaders are the ones who don't wait for permission or until the morning they wake up feeling ready. They take a deep breath, put one foot in front of the other, and figure that shit out as they go. It didn't say shit out, but I just added that little flair. They don't wait for someone to lead them. They lead them fucking selves. This is a card for leaders. You are a leader, 44B dog, and just like 6 other people, I'm pretty sure y'all leaders as well. You're here to pave the fucking way that hasn't been walked before. To go first and lead the way for others who are calling you in. If you feel misrepresented in the media, step the fuck up. If you feel I done fucked up off that last line. If no one's speaking out on the topics you feel passionate about, share your unique voice. There's no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combination of skills, gifts, and life experience. Don't look to those who have come before you to work out your path. Leaders must forge their own path. Do it for your daughter or your son or whoever. Do it for the younger you. Do it for the leaders. Do it for the leaders who will follow when you go first. You make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. That's a good affirmation right there. Forge, don't follow. My girl begging to ask you for a reading because you got me so head on. Hey, shit, I can do her. Like, if she don't tell her to get on YouTube so I can see her name and shit. Better put another perspective. Or like shit, just say her name. What's her name? Shit. But I'd rather get that view too, so my watch time out. We're trying to get monetized here, so the only way that's gonna happen is if people is watching my live streams and like watching the longer videos that's not shorts. So it's cool that I get views, millions of views off shorts, but that doesn't help towards getting monetized. So I done got over like 100,000 hours of watch time hours on my channel, but yet I'm only at like 2,500 public watch time hours to get monetized. So I gotta get on live every day. I gotta do it for hours, like so multiple people can watch at the same time, so I can get my hours up. So that's the trick what YouTube did with the algorithm. They saying, hey, here's the new way to blow your channel up. You're gonna get subscribers and you're gonna get the views. But if you're not monetized, you're not gonna get monetized off those shorts. So that's why I'm on this every single day on live. But you said her name is Lynette Perez. All right, hold on. What message do I have for Lynette Perez? Alright, so if she's listening, this one's for you. It says, perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. Shit, we all try to get monetized in this bitch. It says, take a step back and look at the bigger picture of your life. Step away from the blinkered vision and reactive frame of mind of me against them. Change your perspective. Shift your point of view and zoom out, out, out. We are but a speck of dust in the universe, yet we think everything revolves around us. We see the planet as ours to own and conquer, pillaging the land and settling ourselves up for eventual fucking destruction. We build fences and walls and create invisible borders. Mother Earth doesn't need us to survive, but we need her. It's time to wake the fuck up. A new perspective is urgently needed. We become so fucking lost in our individual experiences that we don't even realize the most of things that come to us awake at night are actually distractions. So the shit you probably be thinking about that keeps you up at night, the shit you don't need to be focused on. We're wasting our precious time and resources fighting each other when we should be coming together to heal what's been severed. This moment is a breath in the timeline of your life. This life is a fleeting moment in the tapestry of your soul's experience. Your soul's experience is a flash in the timeline of the known universe. And the known universe is a grain of sand in the unknown universe. So it's saying like how you think the world revolves around you, but yet we don't even live 100 years no more. And to know that this shit is infinite, the universe is infinite, the number of years that you couldn't even calculate it, but yet we think we so important. Like we think we somebody. Yet once you die, you probably gonna be forgotten if you ain't did nothing. Not saying that's to you, Lynette, but it says, take a moment to see the bigger picture, to find common ground, to find deep compassion in your heart, to gain a greater perspective of humanity in this fleeting moment in the timeline of your soul's existence, in the timeline of all that is, was, and ever will be. How are you being called to change your perspective? So, that was for you, Lynette. If you don't like my cussing, my bad, man, but I cuss. Hello, new here, man. I please get a general what's going on around me. I need to know. All right, got you, Toya, Miss Libra. Fuck with the Libras. Flow in thought of how it manifests in real life. I really know it's true. You said it, and I'm your proof, Anthony. Hey, I'm a lot of people's proofs. I'm like, shit, people know. I'm just new on. I ain't gonna say I'm new on YouTube, but like I've been doing this shit for some time. So I'm about to give a reading to Toya, Miss Libra. What did Toya need to know? Like I said, I cuss. If you offended, like that ain't on me, low key. Really thankful y'all for subscribing and hitting that like button. Said that was crazy. As long as it was the truth. Like shit. But for Toya, it says loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Or let the universe in. Whatever you believe in. You ain't gotta be religious to let God in. It says, we're cyclic beings, and Mother Earth teaches us how to be human every fucking day. With the coming and going of the tides and the seasons, if you're clinging to anything, you're resisting the natural flow of who you are. The things we cling to are so often those we most need to let go of. The food, the substances like weed. Well, I ain't gonna say weed, but you doing crack or some shit. I ain't gonna say Toy doing that. But alcohol, that could be something you probably need to let go. The relationship, the job, the people pleasing, the things we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space. The part we're most afraid to leave empty. The part we guard and don't let grace into. But by keeping that space covered with something that doesn't serve us, or clinging to it for fear of it's not staying of its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving the things that will. A Course in Miracles tell us, whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. And the Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to. Indeed, both of those are true. If this card appears, you're being called to find the courage to loosen your fucking grip and give up control. To release your coping mechanisms and leave space for grace and God to enter. To surrender all that feels dense to the divine. Loosen your grip doesn't mean that what you're clinging to will go away. It may or might not stay. But if you can be sure, but what you can be sure about is you'll find you, and you'll breathe easier knowing that you've shifted from relying on your own strength to surrendering to the grace of life. What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? That card always want to pop up, and every time it pop up, I think about weed. So I've been kind of like slowing like my intake on weeds. I'm like, I don't know if it's something like I'm overdoing it. So, but fuck that shit. God gave me weed. Weed is good. So I'm not gonna take that for me. That was for you, Toy. I ain't gonna resonate with that one tonight. Trying to see where we at on comments. I'll slow way the fuck down. Yeah, I'm slowing down, like for sure. I'm slowing down, but I ain't gonna stop. Fuck that shit. No problem, Toy. Hey, shout out to Arnold and his wife, like hitting up the cash app. Really appreciate that. I do reinvest in myself and my business, so I'm not one of them people that's just gonna spend money on nothing. Like so, I do talk a lot about like investing in just life and shit, like investing in yourself. Like before you try to invest in stocks, crypto, or anything, you gotta believe in yourself. So how can you tell if you're cursed? The way I found out, I ain't gonna say I was cursed, but the way. Hey, shout out to Lynette coming through, giving me a view. Really appreciate it. So I know to like to do more readings, but oh yeah, thank you for that comment popping back up. To know there's a curse on you, right? I could pull a card and see if there's a curse on you. Like, so if you think you curse, like we can find out. Like, so that's one way to pop. Like to know. Is you trying to find out is there a curse on you or somebody else? Gerard. Doesn't understand it's being aligned today, which is great because I don't push my beliefs when no one. But in the most random way tells me a lot. For sure. And that's how I mean, that's what I usually go off of, like random shit, like going with the flow. I don't be going out searching for shit. Like if I the first time I wanted to try LSD, right? I really was like researching it and all, but I told myself I'm not gonna take it until it comes to me. Like so, for a whole year, like I had stopped thinking about it and shit. Then my cousin like popped up one day and said, "Hey, I got this LSD." Like so, for me, like shit, I try not to force nothing in my life. Like now, well, I don't force nothing. Whatever goes, whatever happens, it happens. So yeah, so shit always just work out in my favor though. Like when I go on this path. Yeah, I got you, Jerron. See if you curse. Is there a curse on Jerron? I should have brought my pendulum. Tomorrow I'm gonna bring my pendulum too, so that gives yes and no answers as well. So Knight of Swords came out, so you gotta see if that's a yes or no. That's look more like a maybe, but let's see. To actually answer your question, Jerron, it's a no. You're not cursed. Don't nobody got no curse on you. It probably feel like probably one on you because shit don't ain't going in your favor how you want it to go in your favor, or it may seem like every time you want to do something, like shit go wrong. Like, but that's just some past life shit. I'm here every day, every single day. Well, sometimes I take a break on from lives, but overall, like yeah, I'm on YouTube every day. We definitely all the same, connected though, 100%. Any more yes or no questions? Anybody else want me to answer? Yes or no? Don't be asking if your partner cheating and shit if you really don't want to know the answer. Like, I mean, shit, you can ask whatever you want to ask. But, like, shit, ask a real question. Yes or no? I mean, sometimes, like, shit, people be asking questions, they don't really want to know the answer to that shit. Then when they get the answer, they be mad as fuck. Shit, can't be mad at the person who give you the answer, though. Because I'm just the messenger. See, me, like, now, I got my light cards out. Like, I got the positive cards out. This is, like, we've been pulling from the Starseed Oracle. Now, if y'all want me to start pulling from, like, my other decks, wouldn't it be telling you some fucked up shit going on? Like, shit, we can go to that deck, too. So what about the sword card? There's multiple sword cards in the tarot, but it's not all negative. It's not all bad. So depending on which sword card, the Knight of Swords, that's not a negative card. I mean, yeah, it's not a negative card. You want me to read it? You want to know what that means with the Knight of Swords? But you asked for a curse, so that's what I was the only thing I'm going off of. But the Knight of Swords it says, if you or someone close to you is represented by the Knight of Swords, beware. Ooh. It's a symbolic of forceful personality, one which combines zealous dedication to success with razor-sharp intellect. However, whether in the form of companion or your own inner nature, these same attributes can give rise to a formidable enemy. When it refers to instead of to your circumstances, the knight suggests you are headed for turbulent times, which can mean most successfully faced with decisive action on your part. So I don't think you don't want that card. I mean, but you could take that card. It could still resonate with you, honestly, since you asked about it. So probably do. It says the Knight of Swords is a domineering and destructive. He is represented taking control of a project or situation, but in a ruthless manner. This card pretends unexpected loss, conflict, and a need to establish your own ideas and beliefs. The negative tone of this card suggests an answer no. So you initially asked a yes or no question, but like that was more. Was my partner cheating when she was pregnant? Oh, shit, hey. Let's ask that question. Yes or no? Was Jerron's partner cheating? Wait. Was she cheating when she was pregnant, or was she cheating before and got pregnant? Like, do you want to know if the child is yours? Like, honestly, if that's what is that the real question? Because we can just cut to the bullshit, like cut through it. Like, you just ask that. Like, you want to know if your child is your child? You said, "Wow, dope. Mother passed away on Valentine's Day. I want to know if she has been reaching out." That's a yes, Lynette. That's a yes. She hasn't left your side. So when you smell her, like, or when you have thoughts and memories of your mom, that's when she's letting you know, like, she's still there with you. He said the child has to be his. Oh Lord, found you. So do you want me to ask, Jerron? Do you want me to ask, like, is the child yours? Like, or do you want, like, the first question? Like, I'm gonna just go with this. I'm gonna go with the question. Not your question, but I'm gonna go with my question. Is it a son and daughter? Do you have one child? Like, because we got to be specific on the child, too. So, if you got multiple kids, then I think he's mine, but you could just... All right, we're going to go with that. Like, because if she was cheating, like, while she was pregnant, and you, like, that's some fucked up, that's some foul shit. Like, but I do know women who was on that type of time. But we're going to go with your son. I ain't trying to make her cry now. That wasn't my intention. I do like connect with spirits and medium. Like I don't like to call myself a medium, but like I do talk to the spirits though. Let me do this one over. Drawing, I asked it, was that your son? You see those knives stabbed in his back? That's a no. A good crying, like I accept that, but so that says a lot right there. So if I was you, I wouldn't like say like we don't want to go off cards on situations like that. I ain't gonna say we don't, because honestly, I pull what I pull, and like my shit be on point. So I just say get a DNA test, because if you have a feeling like she was cheating when she was pregnant, or like even before she was pregnant, then like it's some doubt in your mind, like if your son is yours, right? Like, let's just be honestly clear, like I said. So, but that is this is the Ten of Swords. This is the worst, like backstabbing, like 10, 10. I ain't gonna say she cheated 10 times, but I would get a DNA test if I was you. So if the DNA test come back and say he's your son, then hey, we're gonna take out this tarot card, because I've been reading from Oracle. But overall, the stab is if you already felt like you got stabbed in your back from her, then like this gonna resonate. So. Yeah, you was hearing her. You didn't just think you was hearing her. Like, no. That means you tapped into, like, you could talk to spirits as well. Like, so what you should do, Lynette, you should put up an altar in your home. And like you could just have like a little dresser with her picture set up. Whatever she used to like to eat, like her favorite foods, or fruit, put water on like a glass of water on that altar next to her picture. If she smokes cigarettes, light a cigarette, put her ashtray next to it. Like I said, put or whatever her favorite meal is, cook that sometime and put that on her altar. Like she's gonna be like way powerful on the other side. Like people don't understand. Yo, and have y'all seen the movie? What's that movie called? Coco. It's a Disney movie, I think. And like how he went over on the other side, and like it's a kids movie, but at the same time it had a lot of information in it. He went to the other side, and people who died, and like people was celebrating them. It is our world, true, Anthony. Like so, like we all can actually talk to spirits low key. So, cause yeah, I feel like she cheated on me. If she cheated on you while she was pregnant, then obviously the person she's cheating with, she felt comfortable enough to sleep with that person. So, but I forgot what I was talking about. But oh yeah, the movie Coco. Like the people who died and like was celebrated, like they spirit was like rich, powerful, strong. But the people who died and they was forgotten about, like they spirit would just dissipate basically. Not to saying your ancestors would dissipate if you don't like honor them or nothing, but they ain't got no power. Like they can't really work for you if you're not taking care of them. Like so, me, I burned ancestor money for my ancestors. I put food on my altar. I got their pictures. I got a bunch of ancestors, so I got a bunch of pictures set up. Like so, my life goes really pretty well because like I honor my ancestors. She was hearing her but didn't believe. You gotta believe. You gotta be open minded. Those dreams, like if she's popping up in your dream, obviously your mom probably was like super very spiritual or religious, one or the other. Because like for a spirit to pop up in your dreams a lot, like and they passed over, like that's saying a lot. So my Gigi passed away, and like she popped up in my dream. She came a few times, but over the years she been gone since 2015. I probably dreamed about her 10 times in that span, and that was like the biggest impact on me. Like my great grandmother, like is the closest person to me that passed away. Like so, when she shows up in my dream, like it's definitely to give me a message. Like she already knows. Like I know she's here with me, so like she don't gotta pop up in my dream. Like she could talk and I can hear it clear. Like so, you can if you hearing your mother clearly. Like that's what that is. Like when you hear her voice, like that's her talking to you. She's there with you. It's not heaven or hell. Like she's there so, until she reincarnates again. And usually, how we reincarnate. This is going off the script or anything, but how we reincarnate is everybody basically have to die that you know, like in that life. Like so, mom, dad, sister, brother. Everybody has to die before y'all can all reincarnate again. So until that's the case, until you're reunited with her, and then y'all gonna come back on this earth again, and then she not gonna be your mom. You probably be her mom. Y'all probably be sisters, depending on how close y'all was. If your mom is more like your sister, like if she felt more like your sister, then like that's that she y'all can come back as sisters next time or best friends. Like, but she won't be your mom though. That's just that connection we got on this thing. Can you please tell me, will my work and income improve for me? I got you, Shirley. Shirley's income improve. I could tell you that, yes. Yeah. But here's the thing though. Cause I sometimes like I get the answer like just off the bat. But here's the thing. As your income improve, hold on. As your income improve, you gotta understand. Once we get more money, we tend to spend more money. So your income can improve, but your spending habits won't improve. Like so, it won't even make no big difference if you do get that more money. You said you work for yourself. Like so, if you, I've been working for myself for like since 2018. I talked about that earlier, but my spending habits were still bad. Like so, I had to before I could. Now I can save money. I can hold on to money. So now when my income went up, like it been going up crazy. Like so, I've been able to like keep more of that money. So if she's like your best friend, then like that's literally your y'all can come back as best friends next time or sisters. Like that's not just your mom. That's not your spirit and soul's mom. That's just the mom y'all chose. Like she was gonna play the mom role, you was gonna play the daughter role. Like there, it's a movie that I'm thinking about that I can't think of the name, but it like basically like talks about stuff like that, like people reincarnating, but they playing different roles and stuff, different faces. I can't think of it, but no problem at all. But yeah, Shirley, your income will go up, but you got to make sure when it does go up, like you prepare for it. And it's something like you have to work. Like if you working for yourself, then you know about like shit. If you don't work, you don't eat. So like you have to like whatever you doing, like times 10 that shit. Like really like go 2022 is the year you go extra hard. Like in the extra income to come. Like now if you're just trying to manifest like more money and like not trying to like to do nothing extra, then the universe like it'll work like that too. Like it could work like that too. Like so, but I feel like with you, like you're being told to like go harder, manifesting love and money. Hey, so I I already got the love of my life, so I don't need to manifest love, but I definitely be manifesting money. If you've been working really hard, trying to do a good job, like, hey, then like all you gotta do is just wait for the universe to like pay off, like pay you, like you. It really ain't no time on it, but like I said, if you're expecting, here's the thing, start expecting it. Like start expecting that income, whatever way you want it to come. Start seeing it, visualizing it, and expecting it. And the signs is gonna start popping up like, oh, some money about to come up. Your hand probably start itching, or it may not come in one big increment, but it could just more money just start flowing through. Like so, mm, Like I said, I didn't have to pull a card, but I'm pretty sure if I pull a card and ask would it will surely make more money, it's gonna say yes. If it is the one. Is you do you want to know that? Like, cause you can manifest like the one that's for you at this moment. Like, so are you like is it the one like are you manifesting your divine partner? Like that's what you got to make sure that's who you manifesting, because you can manifest the one that's meant for you at this present moment, that's going to teach you all the lessons you need to know. But is God going to keep this person in your life forever? Will y'all be together forever? Like that's a question. But the future always changes. So can you tell me, is the Leo the one I've been manifesting? You know that answer, Shirley. Like you know, like that's the one you've been manifesting. But once again, it goes to the the thing of, are you manifesting truly what you want, what you think? Because it's gonna come. Like it's gonna come. The person you manifesting is he coming, obviously, but it may not be the person you truly think it is. It could be another person that just pop up and like truly the one you manifested, but you so blindly in love with this Leo. Like, let's, but like I said, everybody that comes in your life is supposed to come. Like, so yeah, you truly manifesting it. But like I said, like, what's gonna come with the guy you manifested? Like, is it gonna be some things that you don't like about this person that you like, man, he ain't the one? You would start be doubting it. Like, so, like, if you, your heart would tell you if he's the one. Your soul, like, if most of the times we be looking for love, right? And we'll get out of a bad relationship and we don't work on ourselves. So we come across the same person in the next relationship. Like it may start off all cool, but then you'll start seeing the devil in the details. Like then shit start seem like, oh, I've been through this before with this person. So, but I said I wanted a dental special. Oh, so you if you very specific, because that's what I tell people. When you looking for love, be very, 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 very specific in what you want, because that's how you manifest that. You said you had 3 bad relationships, like so. I'm a Leo also. So we got some fire signs up in here, or fire signs being talked about. I'm an Aries rising, but I'm a Pisces. I'm a Pisces sun. It's a weird thing to manifest. No, it's not. It's not. No, because like I said, I tell people you have to be very specific in who you trying to manifest. So you when it shows, it appears you like you know what you asked for. Like then you don't get confused if it's or somebody come along that ain't the one. But like I said, you was asking for a certain person in a career, but you wasn't. Was you fully specific on the man you wanted? Like you know the career you want him to be in, but what about his love language? What about like his like the things you don't know like what irritates you because y'all haven't spent enough time together? Like what family, things like that that hasn't came into play yet. You didn't was you that specific? Like yeah, like so. Who's loyal and didn't look anything like my type? But was all around. He the one then. Well, that is a weird thing to manifest. You said he came in strong, then he backed off. I'm gonna ask is this Leo your divine lifetime partner? That's what we're gonna go with. Yes or no? Is Shirley's Leo her divine lifetime partner? Hey Shirley, got some good news for you. Got some good news for you. See this? You got the King of Swords. You got the Ten of Pentacles. Then you got the Queen of Swords. So these two are a match. Looks like it to me. And then with that, boom, that's longevity, money, success. Is that even a baby in the background? Yeah. So you got your answer, Shirley. I love when good things pop out because I ain't want to be like, will I ever break out this slump I'm in? Trevor, yes. Yes, you will. What you're going through right now, like you feel like you're in the dark, you feel like you're in the mud. That's where it takes to be grown. Like that's where seeds grow. Like so, you may feel stuck, but you're being called to rest and take a break. You done done everything you need to do. Like the universe is like you, universe is working now. Ancestors is working. But if you feel like, hold on, I don't know why she putting you on the spot, Arnold. uh, should I ask? I mean, I could tell y'all life partners. Low key, I could tell y'all life partners. Been feeling really down, then I realized because I had a toxic. That is real. Hey, my. By the way, y'all don't even know my name like most people who are in here right now. My name is Kenneth. Kenneth L. And that's like I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. I'm not a Muslim. None of that. My mom just named me L because she loved El DeBarge. My last name is Brady, but I don't go by that because I don't like that last name. I mean, Tom Brady, cool and all, but every time he won a Super Bowl, I'm like, damn, did his ancestors own my ancestors? So like that's why I'm like, fuck it, just Kenneth L. It's my birth name. So you said that toxic person was sucking the life out of you. That's what toxic people do, especially narcissists. But I'm gonna add, like, I'm gonna see Lynette, like, I'm gonna pull the card because I know what I heard. I said, I mean, I know what I feel like. I feel like y'all supposed to be together. But is that your life partner? You gonna see. Is Lynette and Arnold life partners? Hmm. It says 4 cups. We're gonna see that. We're gonna see. It says there is no clear answer for this one, but I'm gonna read the card. It says the 4 cup is an indifferent card showing sense of apathy, boredom, and even disappointment. It can mean that you need to reevaluate some area of your life, or possibly that you are just settling for where you are and with opportunities having being missed. There's no clear answer for this. So it's time to rekindle that relationship. It's time to like. I feel like this, y'all being on live together in this, like right now, like this is gonna like do something for y'all relationship. But here's the thing, though, because one person could. I'm not. I don't want to tap into it. I don't want to tap into it, so I'm not. I'm not. Love and healing, peace your way. He gonna get out of that. Like he's supposed to be there. Hey, to meet you, Kenneth. You know, there's a story behind. I know that L is God. Like I know that's the meaning of it, but and then like the first people they say landed on the planet was the elders, so the elves. Then like the Elohim, the Elohim. I know a little bit about it, but I'm not like I said. I'm. If y'all catch me on any different day, I could be talking about some random other shit. I just started adding like the cards to this. But I've been getting. I've got over 100. Nah, I ain't gonna say over 100 yet. But this year I've been on live at least 90 days or 90 times. So, and this month is when I started just doing these. So you can always get go back and like just hear a deep ass conversation like that I had over time. And we listen to audiobooks on here. Like so I've listened to Think and Grow Rich on here. the Celestine Prophecy, the Bible. I'm not a religious person, but I listen to that on here. The Book of Enoch. Like, what else? I don't listen to a bunch of books on here. The Alchemist, and the Game of Life and how to play it. like going through a change. Our relationship is good, but seeing like the slumps is hurting us. Do you believe in the law of attraction, Trevor? Like, I think you is. You tapped in. You could be, for me, in 2019, right? No, let's go back. I like to tell people who I am so they can get I ain't gonna say a full understanding of who I am because you'll never get that. But I like to tell people who I am so maybe they can relate to it. So in 2017, I learned about the law of attraction. August 2017. I read the book The Secret. I'm introduced to Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Like, so I started learning about manifesting. So I'm like, oh shit, the life before the age of 27, I was just basically living life without goals. Didn't have no fucking purpose, didn't know what I was here for, didn't know none of that shit. So once I learned about the law of attraction, it gave me direction in my life. So I'm like, fuck it. I talked about that on here, Arnold too. Like, but that's kind of, I'm gonna answer that question later. But once I started like setting goals, I decided I'm leaving Gary, Indiana. Me and my girl, my kids leaving Gary. We moving to Vegas. So that was the first thing I could say I truly manifested. That was big for me. So everything was going right 2017, 2018 until the end of 2018. I felt like things started to shift. Like, but I had woke up. Like that's when I spiritually found out who I was. Like I felt like, man, I'm it's different. Life is way better in Vegas. Sometimes you gotta move to a certain play area to like wake up and evolve and shit and grow. Like Vegas was that for me. Like my life, I'll say the most I made in Indiana was probably like 30,000 in a year. I ain't even gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna just say I made six figures, at least six figures out here. So I've been here 4 years. So I spent 18 years of my life in Indiana, Gary, Indiana. Spent 7 years in North Carolina. But once I moved to Vegas, that's when I woke up. Like that's when shit started like going in my favor, basically. Like I started finding out who I was. So in 2019, let's get to 2019. 2019 is like I'm on my path. I'm woke. I started my podcast, but everything is going wrong. Like had to me and my wife and kids had to move into a condo, 2 bedroom a condo with a older roommate and my cousin who was like sleeping on the couch. So we only had 1 bedroom. The rent was like what, probably like 600 a month, but my disability had got cut down to like 750. So that was the only money I had coming in, and it seemed like everything and everybody was against me in 2019. Like so we was going through so much bullshit, and I'm like, man, I'm trying to manifest. I'm doing everything right. I'm not fucking up. I'm not intentionally doing or causing anybody no harm or wrong. So why is everything going wrong? Like so that's when 2019, I say, after when Nipsey died, like I was already a fan. Like I was already listening to his shit. But when he died, that's when it was like he really helped me get through like those dark stages. And not just his music, but the interviews he was doing, like all the game he was giving. He was saying like how he went through those darkest times where he felt like he lost fame. He felt like people were shitting on him. He felt like nothing was going in his favor, and he was questioning the universe, like asking when it was all gonna pay off. But it eventually did, as you can see with his life, how it turned out. Like so, me like he was helping me by just me listening to his music. Mailbox Money was like I was heavy on in 2019. Mailbox Money was what got me through those tough times. So you may just be going through that 2019 year where God is testing you. God is testing y'all, or the universe is testing y'all to see if like you really want what you want in life. If you really built for this life, like for the life you say you want to live, you and your wife want to live. So damn, you sound like Leah. You're not. Right. That's why you here, man. Shiny days. I'm doing pretty well. How about you? It is hard. Like I got out, and I don't live with nobody now. But like in 2019, like that's when I was like, I went through that phase where I'm like, shit wasn't going in my favor. Society, we see what now. But to answer your question, Arnold, because that's what I was trying to go back and see, is the Earth flat? Well, my opinion on it, like, is the Earth flat? Me, honestly, I don't know. I ain't never been off this motherfucker to see. It don't matter what the fucking this shape of this bitch is. Like I know that people like the society, government, media, TV, all of that's been lying to me my whole fucking life. Like so, for if them motherfuckers say it's round like shit, I do question like shit. How the fuck y'all know? Or but they say space and shit. But how do I know I wasn't here? Like so, me, I ain't got no true answer. My answer is I don't give a fuck what this motherfucker is. You can't get off this bitch until you die. Like so, hope that satisfies you. Is the Earth flat? But like that's what I always say. Dark days, sure. I had like shit a dark year, but I got through that shit though. We have a challenge, Trevor. Trevor is about to like blow up. Like he going through that. Like he about to blow up. He gonna blow up. Healing back together, homes and everything. But I feel it's a secret life. Mm. See, Lynette, you probably like how I be talking to my wife. I'm like, girl, I know you got some secrets. I know something happened in your life. Tell me, because I'm a person. I want to know everything. Like, so I'm like, if we married, then I need to know everything. Like, so for her, she doesn't remember certain things in her past. It's like her brain blocked it out. Like, so my thing with dealing with things like that is meditation, like hypnotherapy. So I tried to do that. Like we did one session, but like, and we got somewhere. Like I actually learned something. But she was like, nah, I don't want to do it again. Like no, like I think probably like last year, 2020. But like I know it's like she's not trying to hide something from me. Like I like, but at the same time, I be feeling like I don't. I feel like I don't know everything about you and you know more about me sometimes. But I know my wife is like my divine partner, my life partner, so I don't question that. I don't question her loyalty at all. I do people like going to Vegas to gamble and shows? Coming to Vegas, even when I just drive on the strip, that's a good question. Every time, or when I go out of town, cause I went to Indiana. What last month? I went back home for 5 days to visit. And when I came back, I was so happy to just be in Vegas. It's like the feeling, the energy is like it's richness. I'm like, it makes you feel rich. It makes you feel like somebody. Like, I don't know, like shit. But overall, like shit, like the energy Vegas, the I don't know. It's probably some money thing. Like it's probably like, but I do know more people come here to gamble. Like, of course, that's probably the answer. But and like you could always see celebrities out here. Vegas is definitely magical for somebody like me. I can't say that for everybody. Somebody who don't supposed to be in Vegas can move to Vegas and be like shit can go like all the way wrong. Like cause they so not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be here. I got past lives in Egypt and this reminds me so much of Egypt. So that's why I feel like I'm prospering in this area. So it may not be like that for everybody else when they move here. They could probably feel a dark energy. That's how I felt when I went back home. I'm like, man, this energy dark as fuck. Like I feel depressed and shit. Hey, you gonna get through that, Trevor? Cause it was like more like a year and a half for me too, like low key. What I went through was like, if I put it together, November of 2018 to April 2019. If you add that up, it's around a year and a half, I think. So you gotta make sure you got that positive mind only though, like, cause that's what is about. Like, do you got that positive mind to get you through all that shit? If you're not thinking positive on a daily and you thinking negative about your situation, your life, then shit is gonna keep getting worse. So you gotta start thinking more positive if you ain't. Said your love interest likes to go to Vegas. I'm such a hermit. I would be so lost without being with my horses. Oh, so you. You own a farm? I always wanted to low key live on a farm. No, I didn't. I wanted to like own a farm. I don't want to live on one. Like, I had to get that shit straight. I don't want the universe to place me on no fucking farm. I'd be mad as fuck. Do you get for me and my recent cancer ex? Why you worried about an ex if you got a new man? Was no Shirley asked me about. My bad. Shiny and Shirley got. I kind of got that mixed up. But you trying to find out about a cancer ex? Contact for a month, thinking he moved on. I'm a Gemini. Thank you. You think he moved on, but you don't feel like he moved on, right? Like, because you think about him all the time. He probably on your mind 24/7. But it seemed like, he's not showing up. Do you dream about him, shit like that? Because if so, it's the same way for him. Like, whatever you thinking about, whether it's positive, he could be thinking positive, but probably just trying to like get space time. Or if he like an unevolved person, like if he's a toxic person, I don't think you'll be asking about somebody that's toxic though. But let me ask the cards so I can get an answer. What does Shiny need to know about her Cancer ex? Actually, I'm being told to get my other cards. Hold on. Shit be happening like that. I thought I was gonna use these cards for you, Shiny, but nope. You're gonna be the person who gets the other deck for the first time today. Now this was like my first deck that I had bought. This is called the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. So this is an Oracle deck, but it got cards that's like the regular tarot too. So it just got a different meaning to it. So you want to know about your ex? Let's find out. You need to know about. It's the first. I'm gonna shuffle up some more, right, but this sacrifice card popped out first, so I ain't really get no good shuffling. So if it pop out again, or if I see it again, like then I'm gonna pull that card. I know to pull it. You ain't have to do that shit. I need to put something. So my cards don't keep off. It says movement, choices, decisions. Let me read that. It says, and this is for you, Shiny. It says this card indicates a time of movement. Significant changes and choices must be made. With hard work, great effort, and determination, you have the ability to juggle all the demands that are in front of you. Whether they concern money, business, decisions, or other projects, it's important to stay flexible and focused. You don't have to do it alone. Reach out for the best advice and assistance, which you're doing right now. In addition, a financial union or partnership may present it to you. The more time you take to make these vital decisions and choices, the longer it will be before you can move towards your goals. So, Shiny, do you still want your ex and but are you low key holding back? Are you being open? The changes that are emerging aren't some random acts or coincidences. They're all part of a positive and larger scheme. Notice the connections with everything, as this will enable you to avoid future problems and conflicts. So that's what came out for you and your ex. Make sure y'all get this thumbs up if you haven't already. I got you, Jerron. Let me use this. See what this got for you. Said you got a small. You got a lot of acres over there, Shirley. What you do? See, I'm trying to own land like that, but I got you, Jerron. says temptation. Says through this card, addictions and self-limiting behaviors are being addressed. This is a time when you or someone else in your life may be placing too much emphasis on the material physical world and its pleasures. Even though we're all born connected to the divine source, we have a tendency to pull away from what was once natural. When we become disconnected from spirit, the source that once nourished us, it's often replaced with different supply or substitute. In other words, the connection is then being forged with food, alcohol, nicotine, codependency to someone, or even work. Hence the term workaholic. Many of us spend our lives trying to fill the void that was created when the link to the divine was broken. The, the temptation card is calling you to take a hard look at life and ask yourself, where in my life am I suffering from addictive behavior? Is there negative thinking or behavior that's causing the life force to seep out of my soul? Are the people and relationships in my life giving me an energy or are they draining it? Learn to embrace your fears and all of your doubts so that every situation in your life becomes a learning experience. Gaining the knowledge that the physical world teaches will help you transcend to a higher spiritual awareness. And that's the devil card in like the tarot deck. Like so. Most people think like the devil is bad, but it's really not once you get to understand it. So I want to build a healing center for those who are foster children. I was a foster kid, so that's dope, Shirley. Man, I've never rode a horse in my life. Oh, you said 7.28. That's still a lot. I ain't even got 1 acre. Y'all are so loving today to each other in the comments. I love all that positive energy. I love show hunters and I used to be. Hey, don't let your haters stop you. I realize this, once you start getting haters, that's when you know like you're doing the right thing. You're on the right path. Because people gonna hate you for what you're doing. Like you're living out your purpose. Like so. I got a few haters along my journey, but I don't give a fuck. They still be watching every single day, probably. Like so, they learning. Let them learn shit because that's why they watching. They wish they could do. Yeah, that was for you, Jerome. If you didn't resonate with you, that card actually was in the reverse. Like so, probably could mean the opposite. But if it did resonate, yeah, that was for you. So damn, I stopped right for sure. Definitely need to be strong. Don't let no a hater like stop you. Like the world is full of those. Like way too many haters. So that I'm telling you, if people are hating on you for doing something, you're doing the right thing. Like if they not hating, like then that's when the issue come in at. So if you've been doing this since you like before you could walk, you're supposed to be like probably famous for what you're doing right now. Even though fame ain't the answer, who gives a fuck about fame? But you're supposed to be known for what you're doing. It's so mean to me, always was so kind. That's how, yeah, that's how jealousy. That's called jealousy. Like it's cool. You must be a new human. I ain't gonna say new human, but like you're early in your like. No, I ain't gonna say yeah. You a new. I feel like you're a new human. You probably your soul is old. I could tell you got an old soul, but your soul and spirit don't come from Earth. You come from like. First thing that popped in my head was Pleiades. So you definitely a star seed. You definitely a star seed. Bro, with a little trainer, he would shoot me down. See, come on, you on the right path. Don't what the fuck? If an Olympic trainer saying there can only be one chief, that's a compliment. Like literally, that's a compliment. Oh, so it was on point, Ron. You want me to read it again? You definitely a star seed. You a star seed. That's what I was pertaining to. Like getting to the point. So 100% Anthony. Like so. That's why I created Positive Minds Only. Cause I'm like I want to attract some positive energy. Fuck all that negative shit. Still me. I still say swear words. But shit, I'm all positive thinking. I'm telling you, your haters will hate you until you get so big, they'll start saying, I know this person. I know them. Like, Jerron, what did I just say? I forgot. I'm telling yeah, you on the right path. Like don't fuck that shit. That's why you here tonight. Like you need to a boost. You need an ego boost. You need to know who you are. You don't know who you are yet. Like so you supposed to have them motherfuckers hating. Like, cause they the ones who gonna be praising you. Like once you get like to where you get where you supposed to be. Like so if you got rich, wealthy people, successful people hating on you, like come on, you doing the right thing. Don't let them stop you. They want you to stop because they don't want you to take their spot. Or they don't want you to look better than them. But fuck that. You supposed to shine your light. Shine that motherfucker as bright as you possibly can. Think about this. If you don't shine your light, if you are taken away from the girls or boys who want to ride horses behind you or do you, you just don't understand how powerful you are. You don't understand who you are. So, but it's because like Earth is a fucking place that makes you forget. So it's not on you. I mean, it's on you to wake up now that I'm telling you this. If you don't get back on your horse or doing what you was doing, like then that's where you gonna fail at. That's where you the problem gonna come in at. But if you get back on it and you carry the confidence of like a goddess, a star seed, whatever the fuck you want to call it, your light is really gonna shine, and them people ain't they words ain't gonna affect you no more. Like literally, it's not gonna affect. Stop trying to be nice to people. Fuck them. Fuck all them people. Make yourself happy. Like do what makes you happy. Like do what you love. Fuck all them other people. Those who struggle and are in pain. You want to feel the depths of sadness. And that's what you need to focus on, helping on the people who need to be helped. Like don't try to be nice to no motherfucker that like don't try to be nice to your enemy. Like don't try to be like come with compassion with somebody that hates you. No, keep the people that hate you at a distance. Like don't if you see go the opposite way. Low key like shit. But if it's the trainer and you working with somebody, like outshine that motherfucker. If he feel like you gonna take his spot, then he knows like come on, just imagine if the right person seen you. Live with a toxic evil person. I'm just trying to get away from the dark energy. You're not the only person that's definitely living with toxic individuals, but that be the thing. That be the whole thing. Like I was living with a toxic individual a couple times, and like I had to get out of it. I had to move away. Like so, it's all about like what you willing to do, what you're willing to sacrifice for your own happiness. Like so, if you're not in a position to move, like you should be trying to visualize yourself in a position to move, like or to get your freedom, be by yourself. No, isn't you can still get back on it though. It ain't too late. I don't know how old you are, but shit, you can get on YouTube and like have a conversation. Shit, you probably need to start your own YouTube channel, surrounded with what you do. Like, fuck all that other shit. I can tell you're a starseed. I can tell like you somebody important. And if you do have past lives where you've been here, it's probably been a long time ago. You probably reincarnated like thousands of years ago, and like you finally coming back and shit is way different. So no problem, Anthony. I don't know what I just said or did, but yeah, being by yourself is very important to like success. Like shit, I love being by myself. I can be by myself for hours, probably days and weeks. Like shit, low key. When the fucking pandemic happened, people was complaining about being in the house. I'm like, what the fuck? I was on pandemic the whole 2019 when I was going through my fucking broke ass stage, or I ain't gonna call it the broke stage, but when I was going through my valleys, because we all got peaks and valleys in life. Like you'll never stay at the bottom unless you stop trying. Yeah, unless you like give up. Like, but if you keep moving forward in your life, if you just keep pressing forward no matter what, like you gonna get back to that peak. You gonna get back to the top, and you gonna like have to. When you at the peak, just remember the lessons. Remember the lessons when you at the bottom. Like, cause that's what it's about. If you in a stage right now, you feel like you're in the dark. This is the perfect time to analyze your life and like see like, okay, what do I need to learn in this moment? Like that's what it's about. What do you need to learn right now so you don't stay in this? If you don't learn that lesson, then you're gonna take a long time to get out of that. Get out of it. Hey, that's what I come to supply on YouTube. Like shit. I'm pretty sure there's other positive people and stuff, but like that didn't stop me from getting on YouTube myself because it was other people doing it. Like so, it's thousands of other tarot readers. Like so, I know my light is gonna shine. I know I'm going to attract people off the strength of just that's my energy. Like I know who I am. So, is my situation with my kids being sabotaged? You know your answer. Uh, Somebody is spiritually against you, trying to stop you, trying to cause destruction within the household, and it's like they're targeting the kids because the kids is the easiest to target. So it's easier like to get like somebody to do some spiritual work or like say some negative shit like into the universe and like it be problems in your household. So question is the person that's trying to sabotage your situation with your kids, like how close is this person? Like is this person in your energy? Do you let this person in your household? Like a lot I don't even have to pull my cards a lot of times. I just do it like for confirmation, low key. Like, but like I said, I've been getting on live every damn near every day of 2022. Like it's if you go to any one of my random lives, like, I'll say some shit that'll resonate for your life. Like right now, you can get off my live and go to a live that I did in January or February, and something is gonna resonate with what I said back then. Like so, that's how it is with me. That's the energy I give off. Like I'm timeless. Everything I do and say is timeless. So that's how I know I'm gonna live forever. Like in the words I say, everything I do is gonna live. That's how I know I'm gonna live forever. And I ain't even gonna have to reincarnate shit. I talk about past lives a lot too. So if I start talking about like the other shit that y'all not used to hearing, that's because I'm not your average person. You know? And I can tell y'all not average either. That's why y'all here. But yeah, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Anybody else want me to pull from this deck? Like I said, these is the ones that's ain't always positive like that. My other deck, you'll always get a positive message, but these will let you know. So you saying you want another? You want me to pull from this deck, Lynette? I got you. Off the back, like this caught my eye for you, Lynette. Throat chakras. You need to work on your throat chakra. Meditate. I don't know if you meditate a lot, but try meditating, like and visualizing a blue light, a blue spear ball just around your throat area. And like just breathe in that blue energy and breathe out. Like do that for a few minutes. Like you gonna like, start speaking up, speak clearer. Yeah, I don't believe in death. That's an illusion. People be so scared to die. Like, what the fuck for you? Still gonna be here, motherfucker. You ain't gonna have your flesh. That's the only difference. When somebody die, they are still on this plane unless they got so much knowledge to where they can go wherever they want to go. Like, but when your mom die, she's gonna still be here with you. She's just not in flesh, and that's what you want. Like you don't want this flesh because this gets sick. You get deal with pain, all that other fuck shit that the earth brings. So what's he saying? Was you talking to somebody else? I was talking to somebody else when I was saying she's a new human. But if you want to know about your past lives, I'll do that too. I'll talk about that shit too. But I was about to pull a card full of that though. Mm-mm. Oh, you sing? You put your singing on YouTube? Well, have you monetized it? Hmm. Jaron, that means betrayal. And a host of other things too, but it ain't truly positive though. Lynette, you need to focus on all your chakras. Sacral chakra showing too. Do some shit, can you tell? I got you next. So Lynette, the deception and envy card came out. And we was just talking about somebody like just trying to sabotage your situation with your children. So so this is for Lynette. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This card comes at a time when individuals or conditions aren't what they appear to be. How well do you really know the people around you? What did I just say, Lynette? Like, I just said it was somebody around you, like, that was in your energy that's trying to stop you or trying to disrupt some shit. Are they telling you everything you need to know? In business, make sure you gather all necessary information that you're aware of and understand all the facts before continuing. You've worked hard. Don't let others take from you what is rightfully yours. Unfortunately, some people may be envious of your accomplishments. This card also represents a time of sudden and unexpected changes, or when plans that you were undertaking may turn or may not turn out exactly the way you envisioned. Have a plan B as a fallback strategy. To prevent future problems, use this card as a reminder to be prepared. It's better to be safe than sorry. Now I'm about to like it's somebody around you that's close. Probably consider them a friend or a close family. Ain't shit. They hate you. I ain't gonna say they hate you, but they very envious and jealous of you. Probably of your relationship. So that's why they trying to interrupt with the kids. So I'm about to pull a card for Jerron. See, I told you I don't need the cards. Like the cards is just confirmation. Sis, here you go, Jerron. Triumphant success. So what you've been going through, like I said it earlier. You gonna be coming through it. Like you supposed to be in the situation you in right now. What you going through is only to build you up to who you need to be. So it's for your story, man. Think about all the bad shit that y'all go through. Is so y'all can tell y'all story. Like you gotta have some interesting shit. Like when you fucking in life, right? Like when you writing a book or writing a movie or TV show, it gotta have some fucking drama in it. It gotta have some funny shit in it. It gotta have some sad shit in it. So everything y'all going in through y'all life, that's so y'all can talk about it. So y'all can tell the world and inspire the world. That's why it's been so many fucking crazy stories. Every time I get on live, it's somebody's telling me some crazy shit. So I'm about to read this card for you, Jerron, which is Triumph Success. Says the first of the mental cards signifies the new beginnings and exciting challenges that may be before you. By utilizing your strength, willpower, determination, and focus, there is the potential for you to reign triumph in many areas of your life. In traditional tarot, this card represents the Ace of Swords, and since a sword is double-edged, it can cut through all the barriers that hold you back if it is done constructively and with precision. Remember that's what I'm remember that there is another side to the blade. If you're rash or use it in a destructive way, it can be harmful to yourself and others. Always pause and think before you act. Before what they not saying, like your tongue, like just speaking shit. Like so, be careful on like what you saying to people or what you talking about yourself, saying about yourself, because that's words are spells. So it says, always pause and think before you act. I already said that. This card is a reminder to vanquish negative thoughts from your mind, strengthen and tap into your mental powers, and use clarity with control in order to initiate new ways of thinking. So that was for you, Jerron. So you know who exactly who it is, Lynette. Like who's around you, like that's like low key envious and jealous. Like even though they probably acting like they love you and care for you, like you could tell your intuition. Your mom is telling you. Your mom is like letting you know who's fake and phony. So, well, do what I said about the altar. Like put a picture of your mom up, put some water, fruit. If she like to drink wine, alcohol, put a shot up there for her, a cup of wine, whatever. Do that. You'll be more protected. Like light a candle for her, a white candle preferably. Like and anybody who had got an ancestor that they love and was close to on this planet but transitioned, get a picture of them, get some water. If they like alcohol, put their favorite shot of alcohol up there, and I'm telling you, it's gonna work wonders. They gonna work. Especially if you the only person in your family that's doing that, like that's honoring your ancestors, like you gonna get every time you about to read the rain pours. I love rain. I love rain. Even though I moved to Vegas and it barely rains, but I love the fucking rain. So I'm probably gonna own some land in like Portland, Oregon or something. This is come for me good, bad. Lynette, if you follow the instructions that I said about your ancestors doing for your mom, your life will go good. If you don't, it just said something about like if you don't like what does it say? It just said something about for warning. Like I'm warning you, like if you do what I say with the ancestor, take care of your mom spiritually, your life is gonna go in the right direction. If you don't, and you like spiritually unprotected and not protecting yourself, your life is gonna go the opposite. Whatever is going on against your children will be successful. The person that's envious or jealous of you, they will prevail for the moment, but it's not end all be all. Like so your life could be going perfect for you, but it's still gonna be some like shit that's like it's still obstacles. It's still people gonna be against you. Every level is a new devil. I'm telling you, as you evolve, every time you go to a new level, it's gonna be a motherfucker that either hates you, don't want you there, think that you gonna take their spot. Like, so you gotta just be paired, like, just for which life in general. This is earth is hell, so nothing goes truly correct. But if you're doing the right things and taking the right steps, like, you can minimize like the damage that because people, even though I'm like so spiritually like protected, I still sometimes feel when a person trying to attack me, like, because that just lets me know like who's doing it and like what they trying to do, but it won't prevail over me. Like, so most of the time people be trying to use negative thoughts to influence me because they know I'm a mental person. Like, so that's why I stand guard at the door of my mind, so I don't allow no negative bullshit to get through. Like, I don't think no negative thoughts. I'm telling you, it's positive minds only. That's my affirmation. I created that off the strength. Like, man, I need to have a positive mind all the time because this earth, this world, like, it feeds you negative bullshit 24/7. Social media, TV, fucking radio, job, relationship is most of the time it's negative shit that you just seeing and being programmed with on the daily. Like, so for me to understand, like, you got to protect your mind from that bullshit. Like, it's still gonna be trying to be negative thoughts that come in, but don't, you can't let it manifest. Because I'm telling you, everything you think will come true. It may not come when you think it's gonna come or when you want it to come, but it will come. Like, to tell you about your past life, what do you want to know? Like, cause I'll tell you this, and this is for everybody. Your past life up until this exact moment is the exact life you live in the past. Like, so what you went through up until this point, you've been repeating cycles. You've been repeating everything because you haven't woke up. You haven't realized, hey, this is all a fucking trap. And even if you do know it's a trap, like, so what are you doing today? Like, or do you want to know, like, shit, if you was uh yeah, let's go to that. Like, I'm gonna pull some cards to see, like, cause I can know, like, off the strength. If you tell me how your whole life, or you ain't gotta tell me your whole life, but if you just give me food or some bait telling me it's time to eat. So I'm gonna pull one more card for the past lives. I gotta go to my tarot deck for that one. But yeah, I'll take chicken, babe, if you haven't ordered already. But here's you for your past life. So the hangman popped out, and the seven of wands. Hangman, that's a Pisces card. That actually been popping out a lot lately. I just watched a movie the other day, and they had a man like in the hangman position. So it's not a negative card, but in that movie he was definitely in the hangman position. So seven of wands, that's off the back, like, fighting, right? Like, he's fighting people, like trying to defend, like he's defending his position. Like, and like he has like a sock and a shoe on one, so he was basically caught off guard. So in your past life, you definitely dealt with a lot of opposition, definitely dealt with people trying to attack you. You were successful. Uh, Let me read more about the hangman. All right, so wait, it says about the hangman. It can be interpreted in two very different ways. All change is a small kind of death, as the old must die to create the new life. It may simply indicate upheaval or change in your future. So that's talking about what does that have to do with your past? Nothing yet. But more likely a decision that for good or ill you will not be able to turn back from. The other interpretation is one of sacrifice. Okay, so that's where it was. You made a lot of sacrifices to get to your success, and once you got there, you had people trying to take it away from you, so you was always defending yourself. So Says letting go of some things from your past has brought new value to your spiritual life. That which you sacrifice must be seen in a new way. Says the hangman suggests some sort of metamorphosis through breaking patterns, letting go, or going through a period of transition. Although it can indicate having to give something up in order to gain a fresh perspective, it has neither a positive nor negative. So yeah, in your past life, you was a person like shit. You had to make sacrifices for your success. But it's like being an artist, right? A musician, and people saying you got to sacrifice for your success. Like you had to sacrifice somebody. Not saying you did that, but people saying you got to sacrifice to be at the top. That's not 100% true, but hey, that's what they say. So in order for you to get to that success, you do have to sacrifice certain things. It's just not in the way they think. Most of the time, you gotta sacrifice time. You gotta sacrifice relationships. Like, cause in this, I don't see. Yeah, it was just you. So you may not have been in a relationship. You probably didn't have no wife or nothing. So you probably was a loner in your past life. So you were successful, but yet you didn't have. But the tower card was at the bottom of the deck. That's a man and a woman falling out of the tower. So you probably had a woman, but y'all fell out with didn't last. But that's also with new beginnings. So I mean, I can't tell you who exactly you was, but that's what I got. For you to be, I mean, yeah, for you to be falling out of the tower, right? Because here's another thing. For the tower card is like that dude and that woman falling out the tower. The hangman position is in the same position of like upside down. They both got gold blonde hair as well. So he just yeah, and they both got on a blue outfit. He just got on a red cape. So you probably was fighting for your success, but lost that as well. Like so, or whatever you had built up, it was on like shaky ground. You know, you probably did sacrifice. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the night, though. My wife called me in the house. Oh, you said Arnold. Who was you? Let me pull. I got you, Arnold, because you asked before I said it. But my wife, she didn't. If the food, I'll probably come in the house when the food here. Like so, or if the food is already here. Babe, tell me if the food already here. Yeah, like so. I just it'd be like that. Who was Arnold in his past life? Gabrielle came in late, but hey, I got you. No problem, Anthony. Thank you for coming through. Oh, the food here. Hold on. So I'm gonna just do this right quick. It's gonna be kind of quick because my food is in the house. So this is for Arnold in his past life. The Three of Wands popped out. It's a man just overlooking. Uh, says if you can bring the fullness of your creativity and inventiveness to the table, then the Three of Wands brings good news. So you was a person who was very creative in your past life. You probably didn't work no regular 9 to 5 or work for somebody. You was a person who, like me in my past life, I was like, fuck working in the fields because I was here around early 1900s. Most people was just working in the fields. Like so, I'm like, man, I'm gonna be a musician. So my journey was like, I just always was more creative on the creative side to make my money. So you was more like the same as well. So it says you're about to enter a time where when your potential for productivity and accomplishment is very favorable. Keep your eyes open for new career opportunities and your mind open to new possibilities. So you was a person like who was focused always on like better things for your life. Like you was always looking for the next opportunity in your life. It says you will need to be patient and stick around for the long haul. Also, look for new allies, and any new undertakings will be most successful in if undertaking as partnerships. So that could have been somebody in your life that used like Lynette. She definitely, y'all definitely are like soulmates off the, but life partners, that was like a maybe, or it didn't say so for sure. But that is a past life partner that y'all was together and y'all was very successful. So says your efforts has established a foundation for your success. Maintain your resourcefulness and keep efficiency at the heart of your drive forward. So you actually put in the work for your success. Like, so you earn everything that you got in that lifetime. So the 301 stands for fresh starts, achievements, and positive partnerships. It could mean some sort of business expansion, businessman, or it could be the confirmation that you're on the right path towards success. It has overall positive tone. So that your last lifetime was a positive life. Like, you was very successful in it. So, and you had the right partner in your life to make that happen. So I'm gonna pull one more card for Gabrielle. So we're not gonna go with the tarot, like those was with like past life stuff. I was just pulling, going back to the Starseed Oracle for you, Gabrielle. That's what I'm being called to do. So after that, I'm gonna have to end the line because I gotta go eat. So what message does Gabrielle need to know? It says the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So I'm about to read that, and then that's gonna end the live. Yeah, I am. But I'm just doing my work. Like, this is my job. So that's how I really am. Like, when I love doing something, like, shit, I'll forget I need to eat. It says, when you surrender to a state of devotion, you find yourself flowing with all of life. You're being called to refocus your attention deep within, to the intelligence of your own heart, to bow with deep reverence to your inner temple, to live your life in devotion to this place, to make your life one big moving prayer. Perhaps you might have felt a bit off kilter lately, sensing that the potency of why you're doing things have gotten a little watered down a week. Perhaps you've forgotten what made you start doing them in the first place. If so, this is your call to take a moment and reconnect with the truth at the very center of your heart, to get back to the essence of what you're about, to devote your life to what you care most about, to turn your gaze deep, 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 deep. There are seasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. Right now, you're being called to plant your soul seeds and sing to them with a deep devotion, to feed them with the sweet waters of your own soul, to lose yourself in the potency of what is most expands your heart, to live your life according to what makes you come alive rather than what everyone else thinks, to make your life one big moving prayer. So, that was for you, Gabrielle. It's telling you, hey, it's time for you to make your dreams come true. It's time for you to start manifesting the life you want. Stop living trying to people please, make everybody else happy. No, it's time to live and make yourself happy. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing all night. I've actually been on here for over 2 hours. So, like, it's kind of like my time to go. Damn, it been 3 hours actually, like almost 3 hours since I've been on live. I didn't even realize that. Time flew like today. So thank you guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. I do accept donations. Like, my Cash App is in the comments. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.